Words of wisdom from your wiser advisor: the best way to stop a shooter is to shoot back. Who would have thunk that? And secondly, trust your fellow man, but make sure you brand all your cattle. If an announcer is white on radio, I'm talking about, is that a bad thing? You can't see him, but the CBC, that'll be the announcer, but the CBC is saying, you guys sound too white, and that's not very nice. You can't have a white voice because that's discrimination, and we got to kind of darken up your voice when you're talking. Is that really happening? I can't even believe some of this stuff. It's unbelievable. We need to consciously expand our definition of a good radio voice, and we must get it the color different. Must get the color different with a voice? I mean, what if happens to hear, well, I can't even express myself. What if the guy's white? Is that a bad thing to sound white? I've been white quite a while, and I probably sound white. Is that bad? Is that good? I mean, get over yourself. And talking about different colors, you got the Premier here, Premier Kathleen Wynne in Ontario, who's saying Indians, poor Indians. I used to be the Indian Affairs Minister before I became Premier, and you know what? I have a passion for them, to help them. We need to give them all the money that they want. It's just a drop in the bucket. Whose bucket? What kind of verbiage is that coming from a responsible person? A drop in the bucket? Get your own bloody bucket. This particular bucket, I think, is kind of empty, and this is why. Here's what some of these Indian bands in Canada earn. Long Plains First Nation has a population of 813, and they pay out almost $600,000 in tax-free salaries. These are people that already run their government, right? Every reserve has their own government. I mean, I have reservations about Indians. I'm just saying, but I gotta say again, realistically, you gotta look at this stuff. These people get paid a fortune to manage their affairs. And then you got people like her who are saying, let's help them and give them more money. Little Grand Rapids, they have a population of 1,590, and it's almost $1 million in wages that go out to their council and their chief. And they also get paid by the meeting. Have you ever wondered why they have so many meetings? Because they get upwards to $1,000 a meeting, and sometimes they have 3 to 4 meetings a day. Really? These guys are making like millions and millions of dollars. Buffalo Point First Nation has 126 people, and they pay $300,000 to their council, plus, of course, the meeting fees. And here's another one at 269. Here's another one, 2,000,001. Here's one that has 827 people, Fort McKay First Nation, and they get $2,067,000 plus pay me for all of the meetings that I go to and everything else, right? And the Premier says, let's help them. The Conservative government federally recently spent $2 million on flying, just as for airfare, bottled water to an Indian community in northern Ontario, and the landfill now is filled with plastic bottles and nobody can figure it out. And the council up there makes $1 million a year. I mean, blah. And then our Prime Minister in Canada goes on to say, our society is transparent and open and all people are treated equally. Do you think? Maybe not. A fellow challenged me the other day and all gun owners to give a rational explanation as to why anyone would need an assault rifle or any gun with a magazine with 10 or more bullet capacity. And I looked at him and said, what do you drive? What kind of car? And he said, why? And I said, well, I want to know. And he said, well, I have a Porsche. How fast does it go? 140 miles an hour. And I said, why do you need that? You're a legal guy. I mean, you have a license and all of this stuff. Why do you need it? And you know where the talk went from there. You all come back tomorrow and we'll talk to you some more. See ya.